Welcome back to 41 Today Lifestyle, everyone. I'm over here with Pedro Ferrera from CPR Cell Phone Repair. He came on just recently and we talked all about battery life. This time I want to talk about water damage. How are you, my friend? Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. Last time you were on, you gave us such incredible information. Myths about water damage. Go.
Rice is food, not a tool. So that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
A lot of people think that when water damage happens, they put it in a bag of rice. And really all that does is you're better off leaving it on the table and letting it dry out. Rice is just going to transfer starch into the device.
Oh.
Which, as you know, electronics are a bunch of small little components.
Yeah.
People put it in rice, it dries out, then they plug it into power. What do? The corrosion and the starch bridge two components and blows some of the critical components and it's done.
Okay, how is it possible then that we have phones that are water resistant? Does that make them water safe? So if we drop it in a swimming pool,
Yeah.
it can be there for an hour? Because we have water resistant and waterproof for watches.
Correct.
Is this the way it's going with cell phones?
Well, phones you use every day, and all your buttons, all the charging ports, all that stuff have little rubber gaskets. The more you use them, it wears out, and it becomes less water resistant over time. And it's resistant, not proof. So a lot of people think because the commercial says that they could jump in a pool with it, they do that. Next thing you know, they have a damaged phone.
Right, and there's no repairing of that?
Well, there is, but technically it's not really feasible. We tell people that if they want to do it, it's mostly for the sake of the data, not so much for the sake of the phone, because it's electronics and water. So.
All right, I'm going to ask
Yeah.
you a question then. If I do drop it in the pool, or especially being summer, how long before I can bring it to you so I don't lose anything?
Yeah. What
Or
we
is it
recommend.
just done?
No, not
Finished?
necessarily. So what we recommend is depending on what kind of water it is. Salt water, of course, is the worst.
Oh.
Rinse it off with distilled water, and don't bother with rice. Leave it in a dry place and bring it to somebody that could open it up and clean it with alcohol.
Oh.
Displace the water. You want to get rid of the water and get rid of the corrosion and the mineral deposits that the water leaves behind.
What about a hairdryer?
No, all you're doing is pushing. You're just pushing the water underneath all these little chips. And all
I'm
these
telling
little things.
people what not to do.
Yeah.
Okay, how does that sound? That's
Exactly.
very bad.
Don't do what Troy says.
But do you think iPhones will go that way of being water resistant or waterproof?
Yeah, and of
Because there's
course,
one thing that they don't have.
yeah. Well, the water resistance and waterproof is really against rain or against sweat, that kind of stuff. It's not intended to jump in a pool with it or go swimming with it.
Oh, well, you see those ads and they drop them in water and, you know,
Yeah.
like who knows? Like you don't believe half the stuff, correct?
Yeah. Well, I can understand falling in a sink or something like that, but going scuba diving with it, no.
Okay, I get that. Okay,
Yeah.
where do you see the technology of that waterproofing going down the road? Is it something that all phones will eventually have?
It's a tough one just because of the nature of electronics. I mean, there's nano coating that are waterproof things that they could put on circuit boards, but these are moving devices also. They have, until the day that this is complete sealed device that doesn't have buttons, that has wireless charging and everything else, I really don't see one being 100% waterproof.
How do we know and what should we look for when we're buying one of these phones that are water resistant? That they say they're water resistant?
Yeah.
Are they clearly marked saying that?
Yeah, they have, what is it, IP6, I believe, and there's different ratings that you could Google and see, but like I said, most of the time it's going to be just something to keep you safe from rain or drop into a small, quick situation.
I got you. All right. I want to ask you probably, which sounds like a silly question, how does someone prevent their phone from getting water damage?
Well, main thing, keep it away from the water and everything else. But
I told you it was a silly question.
And you have accessories like life-proof cases that are waterproof for Pelican cases, and these they're very good. The thing is, the more you use them, the more you open and close them or whatever. Keep an eye on those seals.
The seals,
Keep an eye
like
on
you
the
were
seals
saying,
and the
I
gaskets.
appreciate that. Great information again. I love that you're coming in and doing these interviews.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate you. If you want to find out more, there it all is up on the screen, everyone. Pedro Ferrera from CPR Cell Phone Repairs. Give them a call. They are your go-to people when it comes to anything for your phone. Back after this short break.